to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all day going? Hope y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day, y'all productive day. We back at it. Before I start, y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on. Or you want to find me on any other platform, my link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at VisualsLOE. Follow my TikTok at LOE.visuals. Follow my Facebook at LOE Visuals. So let's talk about it. So, Teofimo Lopez says that Gervonta Davis should lose the ego and fight, and he wasn't just necessarily talking about himself fighting himself, although I think he does want that Tank fight, but he was saying just fight. He's saying that Tank ego gets in the way of, a lot of big fights. Tank hasn't fought, any big fight, I guess you could say, since Ryan Garcia, but other than that, he hasn't fought Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, hasn't fought Teo, and I think, Teo does have, a point here. I wouldn't say, Teo is the best guy, but, as far as the big fights, he isn't, afraid to do it. I just think financially, Teo wants so much money sometimes. That's what gets in the way of him getting big fights. But he did fight Vasily Lomachenko, and, he moved up to fight, Josh Taylor. So, Teo does enter, big fights. I gotta give him that. I always said I give Teo credit. He does take on the biggest challenges. I've always said that, although I feel like financially he avoids, he avoided Devin Haney, but that's that. I mean, that's another topic. But he does take challenges, unlike Tank, and the challenge Tank did take, a lot of people felt like Ryan Garcia was drained. He put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, and drained him. But, and we didn't get Ryan at his tip-top shape. But, I think Teo has a point, though. Tank does have a big ego, which prevents him from getting, from getting the big fights. Turkey out of sheep, wanted to work with Tank, and, Tank wanted 2 Ferraris delivered to his doorstep and all of that. Which I guess, but I feel like, I feel like he thinks he's made enough money, and he flirts with retirement, and he may not feel like he needs the big fights, but, I've seen boxers go broke. Taxes catch up on them. I've seen that. It's it's a high lifestyle to keep up, and if you don't have input passive income coming in, it's hard to keep up. Yeah, I've seen it. We've seen fighters, go broke. And Mike Tyson, he was one of the guys, but he was so big as far as, his name, he lived off his name. Will Gervonta be able to live off his name if he did quit? Off his legacy. I mean, it's a very damp legacy. So, I'm kind of on Teo's side right here, and that's not good for me to be saying. But I think his ego does get in the way, and I think Teo gets in the way. But we've seen Teo jump in there with 2, high level guys and get wins. Tank's biggest win is Jose Pedraza, and a lot of people think his biggest win is Ryan Garcia because. But Ryan Garcia had never done anything, and you drained the guy. If we keeping it all the way, 100% stacked, you drained the guy. So, I think we want to see Tank in there with, Devin Haney and, Vasily Lomachenko and, Teo. We want to see those fights, but we don't know if we're going to get them because, Tank feels like, everybody needs him. And as you can see, Turkey Al Sheik is getting it done. He getting I think Teo is working with Turkey Al Sheik. I think he might have signed a deal with Turkey Al Sheik. I think Teo should possibly be looking at, Richardson. He's flirting with moving up. I don't think moving up is a good idea to fight Boots. But he's flirting with moving up. I think the unification with Richardson would be a good idea. And then you could get, Devin, Ryan Garcia, But that's just what I think. I'll talk about that, I guess, another day. But I think right now, I think Turkey Al-Sheikh is trying to decide, is he going to let him move up, fight Jaron Ennis or Richardson. I think the Richardson would be the best, in my opinion, the best idea for Teo. Because I think that Jaron Ennis fight is tough, moving up another division. And Teo didn't look real good at 40, So I think that's, in his best interest. But, he definitely had some validity to what he was saying, though. Tank and his ego is preventing, him from, getting in the ring with these guys. That's why, you see Tank asking for the Ryan Garcia rematch. That's the only fight that can really bring him, the revenue that he's looking for, because he's chasing money. And you see he's not trying to call out other guys. He's calling out for a guy you already beat. So I'm not mad at Teo for saying this. Cause I've been saying it, we ain't got Tank in there with the best guys, and you can say, oh, Loma ducked him, and alright, but what about the other guys? Devin, Teo, Shakur, it's so many other guys that he can go fight, but those fights never, matriculate. So I don't like that. I don't. I want to see the best fights, and I think, if he got in there with some of those guys, we could see who the best is. And he could possibly win some of those fights, I just get on him because he don't want to get in there with those guys. I never say he couldn't win. And people get that, misunderstood all the time, they think that I don't think Tank's a good fighter. I just say his resume is shit. I think his resume is real bad. And am I wrong? I mean, I'm not saying these guys have the best resume, the other guys, but, those guys are 26, 27. You're 30. You got in the game before those guys. Am I wrong? So, Teo wasn't wrong here, and Teo can say this because, he's fought Vasily. He got in there with Josh Taylor. We've seen him against, two high-level guys, and I think Teo wouldn't mind going in there fighting Gervonta Davis. But, it'll be issues because would Gervonta Davis go up to 40 to face Teo? Because we know Teo can't get back down to 35. And, Gervonta Davis ain't giving anyone an advantage over him. So, that's where the ego situation come in. We miss out on a lot of fights because of that. But, I don't think Teo was wrong. Do you guys think he was wrong? I don't think so, But, he might not be the best guy to say it, but he had some validity what he was saying, in all honesty. A lot of people try to get in the media and say, oh, this guy doesn't deserve a Tank fight. Oh, this guy doesn't deserve. How come, A lot of guys that fight Tank doesn't deserve a Tank fight, but they still get them. So I'm confused there. So, let me know what you guys think. I don't think Teo was wrong here. Tank ego is a big factor in why we don't get certain fights. So Teo has a good point here. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure I smash the like button. We're on the road to 10K. Make sure I hit this subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10K for the end of the year. It's January. That's my goal. So make sure I hit the subscribe button. Turn post notifications on. I love you guys so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I'm out.